The recent Indicators of School Crime and Safety report from NCES presents data on the characteristics of students who reported being victimized by their peers. Peer victimization includes being teased, made fun of, or called names, being the subject of lies or untrue stories, being pushed, shoved, slapped, hit, or kicked, and being excluded from play on purpose. In the spring of 2014, about 37% of third graders reported that they frequently experienced at least one type of peer victimization. Students who reported that they were frequently victimized scored lower in reading, mathematics, and science than their peers. The data come from the Early Childhood Longitudinal Study, kindergarten class of 2010-11. This study followed a nationally representative cohort of kindergarten students throughout elementary school. In the spring of 2014, when most students were in third grade, students were asked the frequency with which they had been victimized by their peers. At this time, students' academic skills in reading, mathematics, and science were also assessed. In the spring of 2014, about 15% of third grade students were frequently teased, made fun of, or called names by other students. 22% were frequently the subject of lies or untrue stories. 14% were frequently pushed, shoved, slapped, hit, or kicked, and 15% were frequently excluded from play on purpose. There were differences in the frequency of peer victimization by student characteristics. For example, higher percentages of male than of female third graders reported that they were frequently the subject of lies or untrue stories, and that they were frequently pushed, shoved, slapped, hit, or kicked by other students. For all four types of incidents, it was more common for third graders living below the poverty threshold or living between 100 and 199% of the poverty threshold to report that they were frequently victimized than it was for third graders who were living at 200% or more of the poverty threshold. Third graders who reported that they were frequently victimized demonstrated lower scores in reading than their peers who reported that they were never victimized or that they were sometimes or rarely victimized across all types of peer victimization. Similarly, in mathematics, the mean scores for students who were frequently victimized were lower than the mean scores for those who were never or were sometimes or rarely victimized. Visit nces.ed.gov to view the full report and learn more about crime and safety in America's schools and colleges.